Hi Sagittarius, this is how does your soul look, which is the question I asked when shuffling these cards. Originally, I wanted to do how does the universe slash your spirit guides see you, but I might save that for later. I'll see how it goes. I did a test run and for the Sagittarius for you guys, and it came up as spiritual and some other stuff. But I might redo that later. I'm not sure if I'll get into that yet though, that question. But this is kind of like a test kind of thing for how does the universe slash the spirit realm slash your spirit guides no, what does the soul look like? Sorry. Anyways, so let's see how this goes. So I have these cards up here. A lot of cards came up. I tried because I wanted to keep the number of cards like to a minimum, and I tried putting them back, but they just kept falling down. So I guess like there's quite a lot to say for this group, for this sign. Sorry for the noise. They make more noise when they hear other people talking, like when you're on the phone and they start making noise. Like they just want to take over your voice. So then you have the Four of Swords here. So I'm seeing that as some of you may have it could be that maybe your soul seems like kind of yellow, like mellow, like it could be yellow in the sense of like a glow, like a glowing kind of soul where it's like you shine light to others, and you do have some like sun here and some yellow here. That could be the case for some of you. For some of you, could be maybe you get a bit like when people are like, I'm seeing an eye for an eye with the karma cards here and the Four of Swords. Like your soul is like a bouncing ball, like a bouncing ball, a bouncy ball, a bouncing ball. Like when the ball hits something, it bounces off and hits something else. I'm seeing that's like an eye for an eye. It bounces off again and again off different things and keeps bouncing off different objects. So I'm seeing that's like a visualization of an eye for an eye, and that may be the kind of soul maybe you have. So maybe like an eye for an eye kind of spirit where it bounces off different things, and when it bounces off of something, it takes that energy and bounces off another thing. Again, it could be kind of like a defensive soul. Maybe your soul looks more like maybe like a baseball bat. Just saw 222 again. I saw that for I think Gemini as well. For another video I just did. But it could be that your soul looks more like a baseball bat in the sense of like defensive, like because this can mean over like worrying too much. It could be that you worry too much. You have a soul that worries too much. Kind of like carrying a baseball bat because you're worried about something. Like, not saying that you do carry a baseball bat, but a soul that defends itself. Like some people, when they want to defend themselves psychologically or rather subconsciously, they do stuff defensively because they don't want to get hurt. That could be the kind of person you are, where you do stuff so you don't get hurt, to prevent yourself from getting hurt. Like pushing people away, for example, because when you push people away, there's no one to get. When you push people away, there's no one to hurt your feelings, that kind of thing. Some of you have a soul kind of like a baseball bat or a double-edged sword, but since it's a wands, I translate that as a baseball bat. So a bouncing ball for some of you, a baseball bat for some of you. For some of you, it could be a soul like an arrow. And that Sagittarius is the archer, so that makes sense. So a soul like an arrow that moves fast, moves quickly, always talking about different things, always has news and information to give with the Eight of Wands, always has something to say. Usually good things, because this is like a message of good news, this Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands is usually like good news. So with the Queen of Cups, I'm seeing a soul like a bubble. A bubble that can pop really easily, that's sensitive to the outside world. A bubble that looks really beautiful, that you really want to hold it, but you can't because it's so fragile. A soul that's quite gentle. A soul that when the light shines through it, it looks even more beautiful. So that's the kind of soul some of you have, like a bubble, kind of like the Queen of Cups. So because it's like water, so I immediately thought bubble with this one. With the World card, and you have the Death card down here. So with those two cards, I am seeing a soul kind of like, not like chaos, but not chaos in the sense of it's chaotic. Like more like it looks like what kind of like when you mix different things up all together. Like with the world, it's different elements all mixed up together. You have the cups, you have swords, you have pentacles, you have wands. So I'm seeing that's like a mixture of different things, like a smoothie. Your soul's more like a fruit salad or a smoothie. And similar with the death cards, again, like a smoothie. Because with the death card, I immediately thought chaos with this card, and I'm seeing it with this card as well, the world card. But it could be someone who gets what they want, a soul that when it wants something, and Sagittarius is a very spiritual sign, so it could be maybe your when you want something, and you have the High Priestess here, spirituality. When you want something, it comes to you somehow. Do you have the Magician? You have the Magician as well. Like, so I was going to say magically, and you do have the Magician. So when you want something, it comes to you. It was with this one, the Five of Wands. Again, chaos. But this is more like chaos as in, don't touch it because it could hurt you by accident. So I want to get back into the magic thing. So basically, a soul where when you want something, you know how to get it. And even if you don't know how to get it, sometimes it just comes to you. Like if you say, oh, I really want cake. And the next day someone buys cake and then you think, oh, I was just thinking I want cake. That kind of thing. With the Five of Wands, I was going to say, again, kind of a sense of chaos. But chaos in the sense of someone who, like, kind of like, almost like fire, where someone who burns passionately. And so this Sagittarius is a fire sign as well. Someone who burns passionately and attracts people to them. And what they have to say is so interesting and intriguing. And this is basically Sagittarius energy as well. Because this is diversity as well. And Sagittarius is about travel, foreign things. So diversity. So I'm getting a soul where, sorry, attracts different things, attracts different people. And also, but sometimes the things I have to say, not everyone will like it. Not everyone will be like, will accept it. But it still shines bright. Like not everyone, like the fire, when you touch it, it burns sometimes, but it can be warming at the same time. Kind of like that. Like again, like a double-edged sword with this one, or a baseball bat. So again, the bouncing ball with the karma as well. So transferring energy to different things. With the King of Pentacles, a soul that's more like a magnet, a soul that's able to attract what it wants. So again, similar to the manifestation, you have the Queen and the King of Pentacles. So it could be maybe like, if you do believe it, you may have a twin flame, maybe the King and Queen of Pentacles, or it could be like a really strong magnet, like a soul that easy. And you have the Wheel of Fortune again, and Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, good luck, good fortune. So yeah, I do feel like you have a soul that's like a magnet, and when you do things, the things you do attract more good things with the this card here. So like when you do good, good comes back to you with this card and the karma card. So a magnetic soul where when you do good things are attracted to you, that kind of thing. I feel like that's the kind of soul some of you have. With the Four of Cups, it could be like, I don't know what kind of object to compare it to. It could be like, you know, like a water fountain, like where water drips down and down and down to different like plates of different levels, and it doesn't know where to stop, kind of thing. Similar to this, where you have kind of like this, where it flows down and down and down, kind of like that, almost like a fountain. But when I say it doesn't know where to stop, I mean like there's so many options, there's so many paths to take that doesn't know which one to accept, kind of like this, not knowing which one to accept. So like a bit of indecisiveness. Sometimes you may feel like you don't know which one to, like which option to take, which one to accept. There may be a really obvious one, but you're still not sure about the other ones. Maybe they will be even better. So that kind of soul where you're just not sure. Like, and you just like test the waters. You're testing the waters, kind of thing. Again, like a fountain going down and down and down, testing each level. Until it reaches the bottom, and then it goes. I don't know how fountains work. I'm not sure how they are built. But with the Queen of Pentacles, similar to the King of Pentacles, either twin flame you might have if you believe in twin flames, or soulmate you might have, or just a soul like a magnet that attracts money or attracts good things. And then like coins are magnetic as well. So again, a soul like a magnet, you attract money. So they're kind of like this at the top of the deck. Like he has the money close to him, almost like he's a magnet, and it's being like ignoring his arms and legs, stepping on the money and holding it tightly, imagining it as the money just being stuck to him, kind of like a magnet in that sense. I'm going to need a glass of water. The Magician. So I'm seeing a soul like smoke, a soul where you're not sure. It may be that either you're not sure if something's real. I see it more like a soul where people are like you may do things where people are like surprised that it could be done, kind of thing. So you may like do like, I'm not sure if you watch like these videos on YouTube where people do really amazing tricks and like, oh my gosh, wow. So that kind of soul where like is able to do things. It doesn't have to be like a trick. It could be like there's a task at hand that other people had issues with, but you were able to easily do. And I'm seeing a soul like smoke that's able to move freely and do things that people aren't able to do. That's what I'm seeing. With the 5 of Wands, I think I mentioned that chaos kind of thing, but in a sense of like a double-edged sword. With the Death card, maybe a soul like a caterpillar, like a butterfly, like like water, but in a sense of water becomes ice, then ice becomes water. That kind of transformation, where water freezes up to become ice, but then it changes again. Transformation transforms into back into water. That kind of thing. Or for more permanent transformation, maybe dough, like eggs and flour that becomes cake, for example, that kind of transformation. And that links in like becoming something amazing. Each time you go through a process, you become something more amazing and more like, maybe more, should I say desirable, because the cake is quite desirable. Just using cake as an example. The High Priestess, again, soul like I say soul like, maybe like, I don't know, like, just, I think it speaks for itself. A spiritual kind of soul, very powerful soul that shines brightly. Just a very spiritual soul I'm seeing with this one. I'm not seeing a specific object with this. With the Wheel of the Year, again, a soul like a magnet. You attract good luck, you attract money. You attract good fortune, especially when you do good things. Sometimes there's a south and a north pole to a magnet. Sometimes maybe you do attract negative things. Sometimes your luck does change. Or you could just be very attractive, like a magnet attractive, able to attract people. With the Ace of Cups, I'm seeing a refreshing kind of soul. Like, I'm seeing this more as refreshment. So like a cup filled with ice, or a soul that's like what else is there? Like more like an ice block, because when it's summertime, no, slushy, a soul like a slushy, because when it's summertime and it's quite cold, you want something that's hot, and you want something cold to just cool you down with, and something, so you want some refreshments. And I'm seeing more like a slushy or ice cream with this one. So like you're refreshing to be around. Maybe if someone's not feeling the best, you give good advice. You know what to say at the right time. That could be it. And it doesn't have to be all the time, but most of the time you do know what to say at the right time to help people. Maybe you like starting new things often. Then with the, again, Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, I'm seeing more a soul like a grandfather clock. I always pay attention to the like the old guy in the picture. I'm mostly paying attention to the old guy in the picture. Although there's a baby there. It's like, again, like the elder and the newborn. Like, it's kind of interesting in that sense, an elder and a newborn. But yeah, with this soul, it could be like more of a grandfather clock, a wise soul. A soul that knows how to, again, knows how to get what they want. Not in the sense that they magically attract it, but they just have the knowing of what to do to get it. Again, it could be quite nurturing. A soul that, you know, like, when you want the time, you go to a clock to get the time, or you can go to your phone. But again, someone who people go to know things, so like a clock. With the Justice card, I'm seeing here a soul, like, you could just say like the scales, again, justice. Again, when you do good things come to you. A soul that likes balance in their life, and either you like balance or you benefit from balance. That could be it. So like when two people are arguing, you know how to sort out their arguments. And with the Emperor card, the final one, I'm seeing here a soul like a crown, maybe. Like, it could be more like a soul, maybe like a star that shines high in the sky, that people look up to, that again, that's good luck, because stars, you wish upon it for whatever you want. A soul, maybe you are like someone who is maybe destined for a high position. or is already in high position. Yeah, I'd say that's, or maybe like a soul, like the globe, because he's holding like a ball, which I think is meant to be like the globe, the earth. So it could be like a soul that like maybe travels a lot. I'm just saying like a soul in a high position. It could be like a crown, but I feel like, because if a crown's not on the head, it'll be on the floor or on something else. But I feel like this is something that doesn't need to be on something. Something that just shines brightly by itself. Doesn't need to be on something else, but it's able to, like stars just being in space. They don't. I don't think they don't really need some sort of surface to be in a high place. Although space isn't really like, and from the perspective of Earth, space is a high place. But from the perspective of space, space is space. Just to clarify that. So yeah, I think that is your reading. It was actually quite fun to like translate these cards as like objects for souls. If you do have any other ideas for what kind of soul these cards could be, please comment it down below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.